Zabi. This is Judy Justice.
Notre championnat, Kento Nakamura, le japonais, si fort.
Après quelques coups, et les Troyens ont le luxe de pouvoir aligner un attaquant efficace.
Qui n'a perdu qu'une fois à domicile. C'est un moment fort de cette saison de Ligue 2. Adeline. Le ballon qui circule bien, le petit ballon. C'est un derby face au troisième. Il y a quand même beaucoup de raisons de venir au stade de l'Aube aujourd'hui, peut-être pour voir les prouesses de Tourbé. Le gardien Jaouen qui se détend pour sortir le ballon qui n'était peut-être pas cadré. Nicolas Palois. Ifnaoui, bien joué la déviation pour Adeline. On rejoue Ifnaoui, Adeline sur le côté droit. Et attention, de l'autre côté avec ce centre parfait, le coup de tête qui ne donne rien sur la première offensive rémoise. C'était attention 11 rémois, la solution à droite avec Zabi. Bon tacle, bonne intervention. Gambi, Léonie. Nakamura, à l'entrée de la surface de réparation, Buzi, Tia. Le centre deuxième poteau, il y a notamment Nicolas Palois qui parvient à dresser le ballon.
Sergio Akiemi. Strong, aggressive defending from Titi. They do tend to dominate possession. Coaching career so far. Adeline's off after this, and there's Nakamura. Clearance only goes as far as Titi though, and now here's Adeline. Get the ball across, and he does. It's scored this time by Mathis Detorbe at the back post. And Troyes take an early lead against their Champagne rivals. And an 8-point lead at the top of Ligue 2 beckons. Martin Adeline misses it. Detorbe's hit the post. Well, he'd never scored in league football before today. He has, but he should have too. That is to clear it. Nakamura on the turn. They only find the stands behind the goal. And Renaud Ripard has prevented the goal kick there. Hey, oh, and that was potentially a block off there on Bora. Hard to tell if it was in the box or not. No foul given. Busi, and he has made a foul off the ball this time. Well, he was perhaps lucky not to concede a penalty a couple of minutes ago, but gets himself a yellow card. Straight to Nakamura, appeal for handball, and then saved by Kanate. Good stop.
Thank you.
From the Birkin-Abbey keeper.
This young lady is a friend of yours.
A former friend,
Nakamura has been quiet so far.
I met her from another mutual friend that I had, and we just formed a relationship together, just a friendship.
Now it's
you had done some odds and ends things for her in the past.
Yes, worked on her car.
Cite where the photo came from. So let's say you are correct, and I don't know. You said you needed a washer dryer. You say he found the washer and dryer on a site, sent a photo to you and said, is this what you're looking? You did nothing. You who needed the washer and dryer, you must work very hard. How many jobs do you have?
Strong challenge by Bora, and it's going to be a free kick for the visitors. Diarra can cross. Just too high for Kone and Kanate. Managed to sit two down, and there's the finish, and it's wide from Tia. It was a wonderful sweeping move from Rouse, but Tia couldn't provide the final touch. Nakamura get a ball across, but Nakamura alive to the danger. And Busi makes a run from right back. And it's headed away by Gambor. Torbe played as a faux central midfielder there, and Nakamura has been fouled by Titi. Headed by Monfray for Troyes.
Agreed to pay you $30,000 for the business, is that correct?
That was the asking price. There was never a written contract signed.
Do you understand? That's a breach of your contract, if there ever was a contract.
Good strike from Antoine Mille. Ifnaoui. gives
A
it away.
courthouse. The Judy
Titi
Justice
has won it
logo
back
appears.
immediately. Now
in the courtroom.
He goes across
Caitlin
towards
and
Ripper.
Scott.
Hard to
Caitlin
see if he
Dion
got a touch or
claims
not.
her
The ball
former
is
employer.
bounced
4 months
Titi.
or 6 months, I'm not
Cross is
exactly sure what it is,
deflected
but
and
that is
it
totally
bounced
reasonable
awkwardly
because
for Bora.
he wasn't in the baby shoes
Lovely touch
business.
from
A contract.
Dion.
Why did
Therefore,
to me
Take it away
then?
just a
from
second. He
Ismail
gave you
Bora.
$31,000.
He did not. He gave me $5,000.
Instead, though, De Tourbe, Adeline trying to work it across for Ifnaoui. There was one pass that was as it first looked. And here's, I haven't got a replay yet, a pass that was just a bit behind De Tourbe there. Otherwise, Trois were in. Now there's been another foul, this time on Ange Tia. In between the midfield and defence, but Kanate quickly off his line to get there first. The goalkeeper, Kanate, Nakamura, and that's a really good block from Monfrey. I'm not sure what happened at the back post. De Tourbe just fell asleep, and it almost resulted in an equaliser. Diarra's attempted shot turned into a good first touch. More last-ditch defence. Ifnaoui, and the 10 men have made it 2 on the stroke of half-time with a sweeping counter-attack finished off by Merwan Ifnaoui. Trois have hit Rouse with a real sucker punch. Lead at the top of the table, although only back. Maxime Boussi replaced by Sekin. Not long after scoring his first, that's a dangerous ball in. Whistles across the face of goal from cool rivals. Haven't won in the league here. Trois have opted not to make a change. And now Sekin has picked out Zabi. Struck it well, but straight at goalkeeper Kanate. That was better from Rouse. Slight slip from Ben Hatab allows De Tourbe to pick up tab for Rouse. Cut out by Monfrey. Of him and loses the ball. Now Ben Hatab. Back from Bojang, but that's an uncharacteristically bad touch from Nakamura. Sekin couldn't get onto the return pass. It's behind for a goal kick. It's also what they want. Silly fouls by Rouse players. Which eats up Akiemi's cross. Has wasted little time in making those changes. He'd seen enough in the first 50. Flicked on by Nakamura, cleared by Mille. Leone just headed one to Nakamura, who helped it across. Half an appeal for handball. Appeal being led by Hafiz Ibrahim. Again, and Nakamura kept his eye firmly on the ball. Exactly did what he had to do there, Nakamura. And now Rouse twice tried to pass the ball backwards instead, both times. Has Darami in acres of space on the left-hand side. Here is the Dane. It's deflected just over the top of the crossbar. It's excellent defending again from Trois. Mille Monfrey. Kiemi sends it in towards the back post, towards his opposite winger. Darami. It's a good tackle from Titi. It's been an inspired call so far for touch just too heavy to set up a shot. It opens up for a shot, and not for the first time in this match. Looking going forward though, although Nakamura's cross is eventually cleared. Ripar just away from Titi and puts in a great cross, and it's headed wide by Bojang. Actually, the flag's up on the far side. He did look to be offside. He's put it wide anyway. Oh, it looked as if the pass from Darami was intended for Nakamura. And still drives it across, and it's headed over. perhaps actually, by Ismail Boura. Pulls it across. Important touch in there from Antoine Mille. Hone finds an angle for a cross. It's a good ball in as well, and it's headed in by Keito Nakamura. And is there time for some late drama here? Well, pensive look from Stéphane Dumont. There's perhaps a minute remaining. A lovely cross from Ben Hattab. No, it was Theo Leone. And, well,